Alyssa, there's a black and white photo of L. Ron Hubbard with what I'm guessing is a tomato plant connected to some electrical device. What the heck is he doing, and when was this? Thanks for the question, Alyssa. This was in 1959, 1960 at St. Hill Manor in East Grinstead in Sussex, England, where L. Ron Hubbard had established at that time his new home there at the St. Hill Manor. And Hubbard claimed he was researching life, the quality of life itself, and trying to determine whether plant life or cellular life is different from human life, for example. And he said that it wasn't. When you're talking in the spiritual realm, you can pretty much make any claim you want, and nobody can really prove you wrong. So Hubbard's, claims don't really get refuted. But his work with the tomato plant, where what he had was an E-meter, that's an electropsychometer, and he had it plugged in. He had a couple of electrodes pushed into a tomato, and it was a live tomato. So he was asking it questions or seeing what kind of responses were occurring. And if you think that a plant can understand you, you got bigger problems. Now, I remember when I was a kid that there was family friends of ours who had messed around with an E-meter in a plant one day, and they had hooked it up to a plant. They were asking it questions. They snapped a leaf. That got a big response. I was like, yeah, I'll bet it did. Because it's just, again, remember, the E-meter is only measuring changes in electrical resistance. So if you go breaking the fronds or stems or roots or whatever of a plant, you're definitely going to be changing some electrical resistance. And that doesn't mean the plant is talking to you. So anyway, I'm so amused by the whole concept now I can't stop laughing about it. But when I was in Scientology, I took this stuff seriously. I thought that Hubbard was onto something, and that life was run by or animated by this quantity called theta, of which thetans were part or were somehow a division of. See, Hubbard was never totally super clear on this, except to say there was some division, that us as individuals were not part of a collective whole, that we were individuals, and yet we were made up of this thing called theta, this quantity or quality, and all of life was animated by that quality. And that's what I can say about that. That sounds somewhat sensible. Hubbard was an interesting character.